Oh, hey guys. Hello and welcome to the show. This is episode 2 of the series, but there is going to be a lot of overlap. If you are already listening, just stick with it. Then check out the playlist. I'm Lewis Nichols, and you have decided to run a campaign with an economic focus. This kind of thing is not for beginners. It's going to require some knowledge. It's going to require an ability to research and a lot of willingness from the part of the players to accept conditions and methods set down by the DM. It's also the kind of campaign where you might have to innovate. It's going to include diplomacy, role-playing, and planning. A lot of players don't like this kind of gaming, so make sure everybody has a long talk about expectations. Now, what do I mean by all this? Well, in most campaigns, if there's a monster attack at the border, you go out there and you beat up the monster. It might get a little more complicated than that, but ultimately, it's what gamers are used to. Now, what do you do if wheat prices are falling? Is it because of a bigger harvest, competition, something else? Do you ride it out? Do you sabotage foreign grain production? Do you plant corn the next year? Do you form a regional trade pact to control pricing? Maybe if you plant corn, you piss the guys off that are already in corn. Instead, you might get their backing for government subsidies. In a traditional campaign, if the fighter makes a mistake, focusing down target A when it should have been target B, and maybe it costs the party a revivify. Maybe even a loss on the battlefield, a little harm to the record. But in this campaign, the wrong choice might send your kingdom into an economic downturn. What's worse? Missing the chance to kill the red dragon, or letting poverty win? Alright, no more setting expectations. You're here for a reason, and this video is about starting conditions. What do we know? Good question. This is a big subject with lots of new ground to cover. We're following an adventuring team, the Ponderosa Posse, who have decided to invest time, money, and effort into the small town of Armitage. It's a western setting. In their early adventures, this team found the site and established the settlement while working for their quest giver. The town is a new electrum mine and a dozen miners. There are a few basic, barely skilled, non-mine laborers and a good supply of water. There is also a major river with an old military port. Fort Ellis is just 15 miles to the south. It's only 3 weeks to civilization if you're a fast-moving individual. Trade wagons can take 3 times that long. This is a dangerous frontier with monsters and other threats in abundance. There is a potential trade route to a nation some weeks to the north, and it's known that months to the west, more civilized lands exist. To the south, beyond the river, are the lands controlled by barbarian peoples. Now, what about government? I haven't named our governing state. Let's call it Manzamea. It is a republic run by a senate elected by oligarchs and a president elected by that senate. There are courts, but they are religious in nature and have no authority over the government. They simply are there to deal with civil matters. In other words, if you're arrested for a crime, you go to trial. If the government builds a dam that ruins your farm, you have no legal recourse. In the proper borders of Manzamea, there's not much room to breathe for the middle class. You need to purchase expensive licenses or have noble status to own much of anything. However, in the unincorporated borderlands, you can generally take what you can hold as long as you're not a murder hobo. The general strategy of hopefuls in this national expansion is to establish economic dominance in the territory until it is incorporated. Then they will expand the nobility and give opportunities to new individuals. Alright, that's it for now. These are going to be relatively short videos, taking small bites. We're going to get into some more meaty stuff the next time. Thank you for stopping by. This has been a little bit more of a world-building episode to set us up for more economic matters. What's next? Well, realistically, how should I know? Maybe this list of things our party is going to have to choose between as they develop their little mining town.